Hello, Tay. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Oh, you look good in your black shirt.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, I think black is your color. Yes. Well, how are you today?
I'm good. Today,
Mm.
the typhoon Bobby just passed away from South Korea to North Korea without
Yes.
any damage, any serious damage.
In your
Because
area.
yeah, our weather forecasters warned us to prepare the severe damage
Hmm.
by the Typhoon Bobby, but actually the typhoon was not very strong when it arrived
Oh.
to Korea.
Oh, I see. Okay, so not too much.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So now it's going to North Korea. It went to
Yeah,
North Korea.
it went to North Korea.
Oh, I see. Right. Do you know if the typhoon is strong in North Korea or not?
No, it's weaker than South Korea's damage, so it will
Mm-hmm.
soon disappeared.
Ah, okay. Right. Well, then that's a good news.
Yeah.
No big damage as well in your area. All right. Any plans for the weekend?
Actually, yeah, the corona situation getting severe in Korea, so we have more than 400 new patients today.
So
So our
many.
government recommend to people just stay at home, not not
Mm-hmm.
only during weekend and also weekdays after their work or after their um, normal activity, it's better to stay at home.
I see. So no gatherings or no outings, no going
Yeah.
out these days
Yes,
first.
right, exactly.
Yes, right. Oh, I really hope the situation will get better before your Chuseok holiday
Oh,
as
yes,
well.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, have you read an article for today's class?
Yes. The
Mm-hmm.
article number is yeah 1260.
1260. 1260. Ah, okay. Using public restroom.
Yes, right.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Could you please tell me something about this?
Yeah. Think you don't need to worry about COVID-19 while using a public restroom. A group of researchers from Yangzhou University in China recently reported that flushing public restroom toilets can release clouds of virus-laden aerosols for you to potentially inhale. If that's not cringe-worthy enough, after running additional computer simulations, they've concluded that flushing urinals does likewise. In Physics of Flows from AIP Flushing Publishing, the group shares its work stimulating, simulating and tracking virus-laden particle movements when urinals are flushed. The researchers' work clearly show public restrooms can be dangerous places for potentially becoming infected from a virus, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. Other work has shown that both feces and urine-based virus transmissions are possible. To do this, we use a method of computational computational fluid dynamics to model the particle movements that occurs with the act of flushing, said Xiangdong Liu. The specific models are the volume of flows model and discrete phase model. Flushing a urinal, much like flushing a toilet, involves the interaction between gas and liquid interferes. The result of the flushing causes a large spread of aerosol particles to be released from the urinal, which the researchers simulated and tracked. What the simulations revealed is disturbing. The trajectory of the tiny particles ejected by flushing a urinal manifests an external spread type, with more than 57% of the particles traveling away from the urinal, said Liu. But that's not all. When men use urinals within a public restroom, these tiny particles can reach their thigh within 5.5 seconds when compared to the toilet flush, which takes 35 seconds to reach slightly higher particles from urinals. However, show a more violent climbing tendency. You said the climbing speed is much faster than toilet flushing. Urinals are used more frequently within densely populated areas, and the researchers point out that particles will travel faster and farther, which poses a serious public health challenge. This work underscores how important it is to wear a mask within public places, but especially restrooms. From our work, it can be infer- inferred that urinal flushing indeed promotes the spread of bacteria and viruses, said Liu. Wearing a mask should be mandatory within public restrooms during the pandemic, and anti-diffusion improvements are urgently needed to prevent the spread of COVID-19. That's all.
Right. Any questions about the vocabularies?
Everything is okay.
All right, then let's move on to the question. What did a group of researchers from Yangzhou University find?
Mm, the a group of researchers from Yangzhou University in China recently reported the flush in public restroom toilets can be released clouds of virus-laden aerosols for you to potentially inhale.
Ew, yeah. So how can public restroom be dangerous?
Public restaurant could be dangerous because mm, the researchers work clearly shows public restaurants can be dangerous places for potentially incoming infected from a virus, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, you're very correct. And what method was used by the researchers?
Researchers use mm, okay. The the researchers use some simulator and tractor to check the urinal aerosol at the restaurant.
Right, yeah. So how about you? Do you use public restroom when you're outside?
Actually, I'm not sure it's a public restroom or not, but I use the restroom at our company building. Actually,
I
we share
see.
with other companies members
Mm-hmm.
the
I,
toilet.
I see. That one only.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. But when you go to the mall or other place, you don't use.
Yeah, usually I don't go to shopping mall or other outdoor activity place. So I only
I
use
see.
my home restroom or company restroom.
Restroom. But do they disinfect the restroom in your company?
Pardon?
Do they disinfect the
This
restroom?
yeah
Disinfect? Clean?
disinfect.
Mm.
What does that mean? Disinfect.
Disinfection. Removing the
Disinfect.
infection?
Ah, yeah.
Disinfect
Actually,
spray?
yeah.
Okay.
Some maintainer or
Mm-hmm.
cleaner, restaurant cleaner does that regularly.
Okay, right. At least, especially these days that there is
Yeah,
coronavirus.
yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think there should be a mandatory restructuring of public restrooms? Restructuring, I mean.
Yeah. Mm, restructure. Actually, at the moment, in this coronavirus situation, so it's better to make a mandatory restructuring of a public restaurant.
Hmm. Right. So, what do you suggest?
Mm, so I think if possible, we can make the automated sanitizer or automated sterilizer at the restroom. So once someone uses the restroom or toilet, then the restroom automatically is sterilized.
Right. Yes, I guess that's very nice.
Yeah,
Right. Every after person.
yeah,
Right. Yes. Okay. Well, I really hope the government would consider that. Yes,
yes,
as
right.
well.
Yeah.
Right. And what can we do to prevent transmission from happening?
Mm. To prevent transmission of
Mm-hmm.
coronavirus,
Or any kind of virus or anything.
any kind of virus. So
Mm-hmm.
we should wear mask anywhere, anytime when you go out,
Mm-hmm.
and even indoor you have to wear the mask, and
I
also wash
see.
your hands as often as possible, and also try not to speak in public.
Right, you're very correct, especially if you are in a crowded,
Yes,
yes,
right.
place as well.
Yeah,
Right. So,
actually, yeah.
mhm,
Today, at the subway, there was um some trouble in Korea. So
mhm.
two guys had a small talk without mask.
Oh,
So
really?
yes, right at the subway on the subway. So one of the passengers asked them to wear the mask, but
Mm-hmm.
the two guys were very rude and wild, and then they beat the passenger,
They
and
beat the passenger?
yes, right, beat him
Oh my gosh.
because
Oh.
they told to him, you don't have any right to make us to be quiet or ask us to wear the mask. You don't have any right to ask us to wear mask. So I
Oh
think they
my
are very
gosh.
rude and then violent.
Right. Yeah. So did they go to jail? Were they punished?
Maybe they get punished, but anyway,
Right.
these days lots of people are very cautious not to spread or not to get coronavirus. But
Mm.
actually, the usually uh, the elderly guys don't follow the government's direction, or they actually usually don't care of other people.
Yes, I heard. Yeah, because even though the people who rallied in Seoul were most elderlies, I heard.
Yes, right. Actually, they especially guys, 50 to 60 guys, they are very stubborn, and then mm, they don't listen to other people's advice or suggestion.
All right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very hard as well, right? Because they are old, they think they are always right.
Yes, right,
Yes.
exactly.
That's why it's not so good. Yes, as well. Oh, I never expected that there is an issue like that. So
Yeah.
shocking. They even hit that
Yeah.
person. I see. All right. Any additional thing or any question
No,
about your article?
everything's okay.
All right. Well, then, if you don't have, thank you so much for today's class, Day. Have a great
Okay.
weekend.
Bye bye.
Bye.